What is up, man? We are back at it again. It's been a long January, I should say. I have freaking cold, man. I tell you what, I don't like the cold, and working in the shop, man, it don't help. I tell you what, man, you sitting there, it's nice and toasty, you got the heaters going, you're working on a car, and somebody decides to go and pull a car in, but it's not just, I'm gonna go pull a car in. They decide before they search the parking lot to find said car that they're about to pull in, they go and open up a doggone garage door and they're gone for 5 minutes. And now it's freezing. Now it's freezing. You're freezing your tail off and you're like looking at them side-eyed like, dude, you really could have went and got that car first before you open up the garage door to pull it into the shop. But they only think about themselves. They're like, well, I gotta be cold looking for this car, walking through the parking lot, so I'm gonna make everybody else suffer. This is the logic of auto mechanics. That's why I'm so interested in going full-time doing this, because I'm getting tired of that nonsense. I'll tell you what, 30 years of jackasses that open the garage door to go look for a car is getting on my nerves. I'm telling you, I'm tired of it. But anyway, this is, okay, the rant's over right there. Got a nice little show for y'all, a little short show, but we're going to talk about the hype button, that ever-elusive hype button that continually disappears off all my videos. We're going to talk about that today, and we're going to discuss ways you can help hype this channel or any other channel that you really enjoy on YouTube. You'll get a chance to understand the best way to hype a channel, because maybe after I explain my view on it from behind the scenes, maybe you'll understand how to do it. So, because there's ways to still hype a channel, even if you don't hit the hype button. But I do appreciate you guys hitting the hype button. Trust me. Does it help? Man, I don't know. I'm not going to lie, but I do appreciate you guys that are pushing it and showing YouTube that you care. But there are other alternatives when you run into videos that hype button disappears on, just mysteriously disappears. There's other ways. But before we get into that, man, I'll tell you what. I got a story to tell y'all that happened to me in January. Actually, late December, early January. Me and my wife went through a tragic little thing. Got through it, but the story is incredible. So I got 3 dogs. We had a nice little windstorm late in December. I mean, it was like 50, 60 mile per hour winds. And I went to work, and when I got back home, I didn't check my backyard out. I let my dogs out. I let them out so they could use the bathroom. I normally let them out. They're like, please let us out before we pee in the house and you're gonna be mad at us. So I let all the dogs out. I go to start making my lunch. And I noticed the dogs aren't barking. It was kind of weird, but didn't hit me right away. And then I noticed that the Ring camera at the front door went off. And I was like, what the heck? So I went and looked at the door thinking maybe it was a package or something. It was one of my dogs. I was like, why's my golden retriever standing at the front door? This isn't a good one. This isn't good. Because if he got out, then the rest of them, they're probably not in the backyard. So I let him in, secure him into his room, and I go and I look in the backyard, and they're all gone, and the gate's open. And I said, oh my goodness. Now, the golden retriever, his name is Rhaegar. He's a little bit older than the rest of the dogs. He's probably like, I've seen a little bit of the world. I don't like it. He came right back home. He came to the front door, started scratching the door, like, let me back in. It's time to eat. I want back in the house. But my other 2 dogs, a little bit younger, and they's like, man, finally we get a chance, especially my Pit, because he's not fixed. He's been smelling a little something around the neighborhood. But he's been smelling a little something around the neighborhood. I've been trying to get me a little piece for a while. So he's like, man, it's time to go get me a little something. My little female dog now, she's fixed, but she's tagging along. I guess she's trying to keep an eye on her little brother, I guess. It's one of them types of things. So later in the evening, my Pit comes back. My little terrier doesn't come back. Like, that's strange. That's odd. She's normally like stay closer to home type of dog, even though they don't get out of the house like that. So my Pit comes back. He smells like the sewer. He's got a few of those little cactus thistles, I guess you could call them, stuck in them all over him. So he's been in my little cactus garden on the side of the house. And I figured maybe my female dog would come back the next day. Didn't come back. So we're we're posting all over the Nextdoor apps. We're posting all over the city dog shelter. It's kind of chilly outside at that time, right around December 29th, December 30th. Right in that area, and we're worried, man, because I'm like hoping that she's in the house with somebody and somebody's home, but no, nothing, no messages from any neighbors, no nothing. And my wife's getting worried. She's crying. She's starting. My baby's gone, and so I start walking around the neighborhood looking really hard, man. I figured my other dog was in the sewer. Maybe she was up in the sewer somewhere and got stuck, man. Maybe she was following them. And so I'm up there. My neighbor's looking at me crazy because I got a flashlight. I'm looking all up in the sewers. I'm going next to their house, like looking up in the sewer, man. Like, where's my dog at? And so I started posting everywhere too. I started getting really concerned. A couple days later, after New Year's, right? January the 2nd. January the 2nd. January 2nd. She had been gone for 4 days. And my other two dogs got out of the gate again. I know I'm a terrible dad, man. My dogs, I didn't secure the gate properly. This time it was my fault. I couldn't blame the wind on this one. And so I didn't secure the gate properly. And they got out again. I let them out after I got home from work. They got out of the gate. And my wife wasn't panicked this time. She was like, they went to go look for their sister. And I was like, man, them dogs got out to go find some tail. What you talking about? They didn't look for no sister. I think she was right because they got out. They were gone for most of the evening. They came back. And right 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night, they came back. Both of them showed up at the front door together. The very next morning, she came home. But I didn't know she came home right away. The back fence, I let them out. I secured the gate, obviously. The back fence, they're in the back fence and they're scratching at the back fence. And I'm like, what are they doing? I think maybe there's a squirrel back there. Maybe there's a snake back there. Like, come on back inside. Get back inside. Come on, let's go. Back in the house. They're back in the house. And I would say not less than 5 minutes later, she had made it around the back fence, all the way around the house and to the front door. And she came to the front door. Doorbell camera goes off. My wife is damn near in tears. And she's like, guess who made it back home? And here she is. And I'm not going to lie to you. Me and her haven't had the best relationship over the years, man. Me and that little female dog. But I felt really good to see her come back home, man. It was a breath of fresh air. I thought I was not going to see my dog again. I was hoping that somebody had found her and took her in, maybe some kids. Even though she's chipped, I was hoping somebody took her in. She was in the house safe. I think she was out there with those fireworks, man, up under a car somewhere. And I'm worried that she's probably traumatized. I'm worried about the 4th of July. I'm going to be monitoring her really carefully because it wouldn't surprise me if she's having a rough time come the 4th of July. It wouldn't surprise me if that's a crazy time for her. But yeah, hey, it was a blessing, man. She showed back up. And I do think that my other two dogs getting out of the house gave her a scent trail to find her way back home. Because I think she lost that scent trail somehow. Somehow she couldn't find her way back. She was stuck out there somewhere. And when she caught the scent of her two little roommates, let's just put it that way, she was like, oh, snap. I know that's my buddies, and followed that back home, So, hey, what a blessing. What a blessing. So that's my little doggy story I was going to tell y'all. Hopefully that was fun to listen to. I don't know. You guys tell me. But let's get into today's topic about the hype button. So the hype button has been disappearing from a lot of my videos. And I'll tell you, I've been kind of watching this. I read almost every comment that I can humanly possibly read. And I see on certain videos, the hype button will disappear. It seems like it normally disappears if I disappear for a long period of time. So if I miss 4 or 5 days without uploading, it seems like my videos fall out of the algorithm and YouTube's like, shame on you. We're not pushing your channel. And when that happens, the hype button disappears. So hype button is there to try to help smaller creators like myself balance the scales basically with these really huge YouTube channels that have been in the niche for a long time. And it doesn't always seem to work well because it seems like oftentimes if you fall out of the algorithm, they're like, forget you. And I know there's always been this debate. But you have to keep uploading consistently, and YouTube will come out and say, no, you could take some time off as a YouTuber. Dude, you can't take time off as a YouTuber, unfortunately. If you take time off as a YouTuber, they will punish you. They punish you and punish you. I've just seen it from firsthand experience myself. If I take a few days off, that hype button disappears. I fall out of the algorithm. Everything seems to start going downhill until I publish multiple videos in a row, and then they start letting me back in eventually. But how can you still hype a video if the video doesn't have the hype button? You can very easily hype a video, because here's the thing about the hype button. When you use the hype button, you put it in YouTube's hands to push the video. So all you're doing is voting and saying, hey, I want to see that channel or that video go out to more people. YouTube still has the ultimate decision whether to push it in the algorithm. But if you take it upon yourself to share the video, which is what the hype button is supposed to do, it's supposed to push it in the algorithm to show it to more people. If you take the video and put it on your social media, if you put it on your Facebook, and let's say you put it on your Facebook and 2 people click on that video and find a channel, and maybe one of them is like, I like this channel, and stays there, you just hype my video. And that's, to me, better than what the hype button can do, because the hype button still puts it in their hands, whereas putting the link on your social media account, that is, to me, hyping the video individually, and it actually gives more people. Hey, you might get 5 or 6 people that jump on it, and that, to me, is how a YouTube channel can grow, and I can find more people that enjoy this content, and it takes it out of my big daddy's hands, my YouTube daddy's hands, and it puts it into your hands to help me out. So if you want to hype videos and you have a creator and you keep seeing the hype button come and go, just hype it yourself. Like the video, leave a comment, and most importantly, share the video. That's the most important thing. That is the hype button. The share button is the hype button. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Behind the Scenes. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I got more videos coming. Until next time.